Hey, it's James Nicholson, and thank you. This is video 2 of a 5-part series. So if you haven't watched video 1 already, do go and check out on my channel in the playlist. And it's a series called The 5 Steps to Getting More Leads and More Sales, right? So do go and check out video 1 if you didn't. Actually, we'll try and get the team to put a little card up here so you can click on that if you missed it. Now, video 1, we talked about content, right? And the power of content and demonstrating you are an expert at what you do. So people know you, like you, trust you. We talked about estate agents that are using it to tell people what's going on in the market. We talked about builders that are using it to talk about what's happening on site, what materials they're using. We talked about health and wellness coaches that are using it. E-commerce sites can use it to demonstrate products and services. Look, there's tons of different uses for that, right? And so content is really important so people build that rapport, they know you, they like you, and they trust you, right? That's step 1. Now, make sure before we go into step 2 that if you didn't do it already in step 1, do subscribe to this channel because you want to make sure that you get all of this 5-step series. Like, it's really, really important to do that. So take that finger now before we get going and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification, right? So what's next? Now, once we've demonstrated we're an expert, they've built some rapport with us. Now we need leads in our business, right? And so the second step of the Business Accelerator methodology is capture some leads, right? You need leads to be able to sell to someone. Without leads, you can't sell, right? And so we need to do that by giving something away. We give away a guide, report, discount voucher. Maybe they opt in for some training. There are tons and tons of different things. Here's a couple that I've just got on my desk here. This is an avatar checklist that people opt in for, right? And they get a training video and they fill that in alongside that. That's one thing that I use. Here's another one, 51 tasks that a virtual assistant can use. I'll put some of these in the description so you can go and check out on what we do. And so these are just PDFs, right? Obviously I printed this one out, but these are PDFs that people can opt in for. Now, I also use webinar trainings, right? And so people can opt in for a training. I also use live events, so people can opt in and get a ticket to a live event. There are hundreds of different things, but what's important here is that it's useful, right? You're giving something away of value, and in return, people are giving you their contact information. That's really, really important, right? If you just said to them, here's a discount voucher for 1% off, they're going to be like, what? I didn't need that. And they're not going to opt in. But if you gave a discount voucher away for 99% off, they're way more likely to opt in. Obviously, you don't need to go with such an aggressive discount. But I hope that makes a point, right? What you give away has to be really, really, really useful. Now, the best case that I've ever come across, one of my Business Accelerator students, they were a company that provides equipment for restaurants and shops and stuff like that, like protective equipment. So they had like these chainmail gloves that people could use when chopping so they don't cut their fingers off. They had freezer jackets, all this sort of stuff. If you've ever worked in Burger King or Tesco's or anything like that, you probably know this sort of equipment, right? And so they gave away that stuff. Now, when I worked in Burger King as a manager, you have to go through tons of training, things like how to lift the box and move around and stuff like that so you don't hurt your back. But that training, the videos cost thousands and thousands of pounds. And unfortunately, a lot of independent restaurants and independent retailers, they're just not willing to spend that money to train their staff. So one guy that we worked with on the Business Accelerator, he just got a local videographer. He already had a warehouse with stock in, and he made his own version of that stuff. He then made some checklists that he gave away that people could opt in for so people could watch the videos and sign it off. And he gave it to them for free, right? Imagine that. Imagine you're a local restaurant. You know you've got to get this health and safety training done or you're going to be in trouble, but you don't want to spend thousands of pounds. And then someone says, hey, I'll give it to you for nothing, right? I'll give it to you for nothing. That builds rapport really fast. And trust me, so many restaurants and business owners opt in for that because they want it. They know it's useful, right? The perceived value, the real value is really, really high in that. And so he gets a tons of leads. Now there's lots of reciprocity and he's able to then build the relationship with them and turn them into customers over time. So capturing leads is really, really important. And we will show you how to do that on the Business Accelerator, right? We train people how to do that. Now, the next step is even better. This is where you start making some money. So if you didn't do earlier, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. Give me a quick like on this video if you got some value, and comment below. Let me know if you've got questions and we can try and give you some ideas as well. I'll answer all the comments below. So do comment below, guys. And now what's going to happen is the next video will be part 3. So click on that third video right away.